Hello again, my subs reviewers, and welcome back to my channel. And today we have an interesting game. Let me just turn down that sound a bit. Right, this here is Sins of a Solar Empire. Yeah, now let me just get to the. I like this map. Right. This is, yeah, Sins of Solar Empire, and I don't know if I should introduce it. It's basically a space game. I think they call it a 4 times strategy and stuff. So anyways, it's basically space, obviously, in a galaxy, and there's a bunch of war. There's basically the 3, I just said basically like 4 or 5 times, 3 factions that vie for control. You get the Tech, and you get the Advent, and you get the Vasari. If you want to see the backstory, go watch trailers or whatnot, but basically in one of the expansion packs you get to choose between rebels and loyalists. And I like the Tech most. I just like the design of their ships, and I like the rebels most because they can sign treaties with pirates, making bounties absolutely useless. I like to keep all this stuff for normal. Random events I like, normal start I like pirates to keep active. I like to keep everything normal. Just sometimes I modify them a bit, but I don't like to keep things too fast paced. Right, I'm gonna have to put them on hard. I'm not particularly good to go against the more difficulties, so I'll just stick to hard. And yeah, I like to keep everyone every man for himself. The point is, then you build the relationships as you venture on through the galaxy. So you'll eventually meet other factions that are like-minded, and then yeah, you forge an alliance. Usually it starts with a trade agreement, which is mutually beneficial, which eventually builds up relationship between both factions, and then eventually you can form a ceasefire and then form an alliance, and then yeah, you become friends. Let's start. First thing I like to do is start usually with one of those, and then immediately build a capital ship, and then build the rest of theirs. What we could do immediately is, okay, well, we're gonna need a, let's see, what research can we get? Military, civilian. I do like that. This would really help us a lot. Alright, we're gonna start with civic research. Now what I usually like to do is I go for capital ships first, but we're going to need scouts. I might as well just queue up my capital ship. I like to get the colonized capital ships, which eliminates the needs for colony frigates, and they do tend to generate
If it's out there, I'll find it.
They tend to generate antimatter a lot faster than colony frigates, so they are the
Looking
better
for
choice.
something?
Sostero, let's call it. Rise. Just for shits and giggles. There's a way. I wonder if there's a way to like show a counter.
Structure complete.
Oh, that's alright. I want to see if there isn't a time there
Scouts have found
somewhere,
a colonizable planet.
but there isn't. Because I'm thinking of cutting my videos down to about 15 minutes or so, which would make them easier to upload. Because I have a problem with the videos that I make that are like an hour or so long, because they're like a gig in size, and my upload speed is like 128
Scouts
kilobytes.
have found
So
a colonizable planet.
it takes a very fucking long time to upload a video of that magnitude. Now the problem is that it costs a shite load to get basic officer training, and it's real strain on the crystal, because at the start.
Structure complete.
Crystal is not easy to come by.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
First thing I want to do is I want to get modular architecture. Oi!
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
Alright, good. Dying of heat here. The star we're in is
Structure complete.
That's the scale. I mean, you can go all the way to.
Where do you need me?
I'll show you now. Just get bombers and go to the
Ahead
asteroid.
slow.
You can zoom in all the way to a capital ship. Let me just make sure the graphics is all up. I don't really want to mess with that stuff too much. Where's the effects? There we go. Oh god. Oh god! I fucked it up! Yeah, I broke it. That's not exactly what I wanted to do. I broke it. But anyways, the point was... Ah, there we go. You can zoom in all the way... Just get into the focus. You can zoom in all the way to a capital ship. To the point where you can see the very windows on a ship. And the guns. And then you can zoom out to a planetary view. You can zoom out to a solar system view. You can zoom out to the galaxy. Just look at that scale, huh? If you get onto this star, just see how far away
All
those
hands, prepare for phase jump.
solar systems are. It's awesome. Anyways,
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
alright, so there goes the capital ship. We're going to colonize this asteroid.
Phase jump complete.
Now, where are my fighters at? Let's zoom in on the fighter. Now, they just started producing, so they're not very big. Cinematic mode. Yeah. Alright.
Where do you need me?
What I like to do is I usually put in my...
Sounds plan.
Because the ships are not
We're underway.
intelligent in their own. But what you have to remember is a ship has port side and starboard side weapons. So it's more
Scouts have
efficient
found
to
a
put them
colonizable planet.
in between two ships. And most of the capital ships, they fire with broadside weapons. So you do this. Now, both the port side and the starboard side weapons fire on both ships at the same time, which is awesome. Anywho, how is my base looking? We're still doing the research. Oh yeah. I am going to save up
How can I be of service? Scouts have found a colonizable
so that I can get a
planet.
capital ship as soon as possible. I
Research
want to get
complete.
that research done as well. Alright, we're fucking them up.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
Now I can't colonize the asteroid just yet because of these things. The siege frigates, they can attack planets. So if you colonize the
underway.
planet, they will ignore your ship and they will immediately start attacking your planet instead. Boop. Alright, we did it. Now,
A new
let's go get
colony
some
has
free
been
extractors.
founded.
In early game, I do tend to colonize very
How
fast
can I be of service?
because eventually it does become worth it. Because, yeah, sure, at the beginning it's very expensive to expand,
Research complete.
but in time, it doesn't make up the costs. Of course, that research is not fully done yet, so I could just recycle that one, have him do that. That's just like 50
Scouts have found a
credits.
colonizable planet.
And now I can make my capital ship. Now I just need 400
Planet
metal
development finished.
and 250 crystal. Right. Now the first thing you always have to do is build up the civilian infrastructure.
All hands, prepare for phase jump.
Build up civilian infrastructures, because as soon as you colonize a planet, it'll actually make a loss because the infrastructure is not properly developed. So what you do is you upgrade the infrastructure so that they no longer make a loss and the population go up higher, and you can actually start making a profit from the planet.
How can I be of service?
Alright, so we're gonna jump. Ooh, a barren planet. Seems interesting. I want to go into the dwarf
Structure
one.
complete.
I don't know. What makes... I
Reporting
can't
in.
remember what makes a barren planet a barren planet.
A sound plan.
I mean, does it have no population or what? I mean, it has asteroids, and asteroids are useful. I guess we might as well just go...
A sound plan.
Let's just go to the dwarf planet.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
Or we can go to that planet and just fuck up the local populace. Or nah. Let's just
We're underway.
go that way. We've almost got enough resources. Let me see how far I'm going. 12 minutes. We're still good. So yeah, I'm gonna break down my videos to about 15 minutes each. They'll be easier to upload, and
Structure complete.
people generally don't tend to get that bored of a video if it's only that long. Anywho, almost got enough. I just bought some metal. Now the exchange rate usually very unfair, but anyways.
Copy that, TACCOM. How can I be of
Let's see,
service?
what are they doing? Oh, they're attacking scouts. And what am I gonna use? I like those because they have the carriers, and I like carriers. Or I could use that.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
Yeah, no. Yeah, let's use the cold battleship because it has great anti-ship abilities. This one is also good, but it has more damage over time capabilities than Mars or Dreadnought. But the cold battleship, of course, it has direct forward-firing weapons, but it has more high damage, like precise high damage shots, which would be useful when taking out battle cruisers. Like, okay, this one doesn't have battle cruisers. Let's see, but it'll be useful in general. There we
Scouts
go.
have
Heavy
found a
cruisers, yeah.
colonizable planet.
The Kodiak heavy cruiser is a very tough thing. Alright, now we have our 2 capital ships. Yeah, now I have the best fleet. You see, just a few minutes ago I had the worst fleet. Yeah, okay, my credits are horrible at the moment, but that's
Scouts
fine.
have found a colonizable planet.
Yeah, it's fine. We have a horrible economy, but
Times of war are upon us.
oh yeah. Another force field, which would reduce damage for this ship, but we won't really need it at the moment. That would be useful against strikecraft and corvettes, but we're not going to face strikecraft or corvettes anytime soon. So this would be the best thing. High velocity shield, piercing slug at the target, which deals high amount of damage and cripples its engine systems.
Where they need me. We're underway.
We're probably
Scouts
gonna have to
found a colonizable planet.
get some volcanic research. Volcanic evangelism, I think they call
Scouts
it.
have found
No,
a
that's for the
colonizable planet.
Advent. These they call exploitation. Right?
How can I be of service? Tom Link
Put them
active.
onto my control group.
All hands,
ice planet.
prepare for phase jump.
Alright. I like to map all the asteroids that I colonize
Research complete.
according to Arapesh.
Where do you need me?
Alright, here we go.
Ready for battle.
Actually don't want him
For
to.
the home world.
Nice. But it goes past shields, so mitigation does nothing. Alright.
How can I be of service?
It's interesting about the cold battleship. It has unique weapons. It has autocannons and beam weapons, which is odd because most other ships, early game, do not have them.
Where do you need me?
So yeah, the best thing for the cold battleship is to directly engage enemies. But for most other capital ships, they have to get both sides
Structure
of the enemy ship.
complete.
Oh,
This
you know,
shall
focus
be
on
your
that thing.
finest hour.
Yeah, it's actually best to be
How
focused.
can I be of service? Hold steady. We're going in. Ready for battle. For the home world. How can I be of service?
So yeah, they're just making some nice resources there, and believe I'm out of time. Yeah, I'm out of time. Alright then. I'm going to stop there, and then I'll see you on the next episode. Then goodbye.